Welcome to the 2025 Brookhaven Winter Olympic Games. We'll be bringing you coverage of events at 7 p.m. Eastern Time every night from Saturday, February 8th to Wednesday, February 12th. Before we begin, let's take a look at this year's Olympians. Aiden, Brian, Deli, Eden, Gecko, Joel, Maple, Nick, Pangy, Ronald, and Stetson will be competing in all 5 Olympic events. And now our first event. Today, we're starting with snowmobile races. We'll be running a 70-mile-per-hour heat and a 200-mile-per-hour heat. Competitors will line up at the intersection in town. On go, they'll travel up and over Eagleview Mountain, across Cherry Road, straight through the laser finish line. And in standard Olympic fashion, first one through wins gold, second silver, and third bronze. Our snowmobilers are lined up and ready, and we have special rider point of view footage thanks to Nick of All Around Cars. Good luck to all. And there they go. Oh, a collision, it seems just a few seconds in. Let's replay that. Eden on the pink spun around, flew in the air, turned upside down, and finally landed with a bounce right side up, but facing the wrong way. That's got to shake you up a bit. Continuing on. Oh, now Nick has spun out. What an intense race. Most of our riders are now taking the curve and making the steep grade of Eagleview. Aiden and Brian traveling horizontally. And now Brian appears to be taking a tour of the town. That was a lot to take in. Let's take a closer look. We see Brian go up, but not enough momentum to go forward. He goes right off the side. And then, back there, Maple gets hung up on the bottom of the bridge. Hate when that happens. But he manages to dislodge and keep going. Meanwhile, Brian and Aiden zigzag across the mountain. Eden runs into Brian, tries to pull him up the mountain, but is unsuccessful. Now Brian's heading back to the start as Maple continues on without incident. And here comes Ronald from behind the airport. It's just chaos out there, and it's not even the 200 speed race. What a show. But here comes Brian. Looks like he is back on track. Or not, as he flies right on past his turn, taking the scenic route, I guess. Meanwhile, our front runners have the finish line in sight. Oh no, but I'm getting word our finish line camera is having technical difficulties. I'll try to chase the action myself. I'll definitely need to study the replay for that, but first the Olympic Committee has just alerted that 2 riders did not follow the designated course. Let's take a look. Okay, here at the base of Eagleview, you can see as most riders are going up the mountain, as instructed, 2 snowmobiles clearly go around the mountain. And we have another angle. Yes, they are definitely going around the mountain on flat ground, avoiding the steep grade of the course. And you can also see here on the back end as they come around the mountain. Unfortunately, they will not be eligible for medals since they did not complete the course as instructed. And the Olympic Committee has issued a statement. We did our best to explain the rules clearly, but we do concede that snow covered some of our arrows, which may have caused confusion. Our bad, we'll do better next time. But also, maybe it's the Cherry Road curse. Signed, Olympic Committee. All right, with those riders not in contention, let's see how the medals will go. Pangy and Deli too close to call. Let's go to a freeze frame comparison. We can confirm Pangy was first through, followed immediately by Deli, and then Nick slides in for the bronze. Once again, gold goes to Pangy, silver to Deli, and bronze to Nick. And since our finish line camera wasn't working, we decided to run this race again, just in case I was unable to get a clear shot of the results. Since I was able to decipher placement, we'll just give out medals for both races. So let's see who wins this time, still at 70 miles per hour. And they're off. Rider point of view headed toward the curve. And a collision as Nick slams into Brian. That is not what you want to happen. Meanwhile, we're going up and over the mountain, mostly. And our finish line camera is working and ready as they race in. Such a close finish. Let's zoom in and get a better look. As they sped down the mountain, Stetson collided with Deli and went right off the side. You can see he landed 90 degrees in the wrong direction and had to make a very tight turn to get back on course. Not only did he get back on course, but somehow he managed to pull ahead and cross the finish line first, followed by Deli and Maple. Too close to call, but in this shot, it seems Maple's snowmobile fully cleared the lasers, just a fraction of an inch ahead of Deli. Such a tough call to make. So final standings, Stetson wins gold, Maple nabs silver, and Deli will take the bronze. Now onto the 200-mile-per-hour snowmobile race. So incredibly fast, dangerous, and crazy. I can't wait to start. Let's go to our player point of view for the launch. Riders are in motion. Flying in all directions. Someone hit the airport. Stetson hit the arch. Eden hit the side of the hill. Deli slams into the hill. Here's Nick's point of view at top speed. Now let's see that finish. Aiden sails in, with Nick seconds behind, and Deli coming in third, making an impressive recovery. Gecko, Ronald, and Pengy also through, and Stetson will back into the finish line. A few more riders coming through as they make their way in. Let's take a look. Out of the gate, Stetson and Eden were in the lead, but then things went horribly wrong when it came time to make that hard left onto Eagle View. Just look at how treacherous this course is, especially at high speeds. That turn is incredibly difficult to make, but watch how Aiden is able to navigate it unfazed by the mangled snowmobiles around him, and Nick as well. They just glide effortlessly up and over Eagle View. But in the end, everyone crossed the finish line, everyone bounced back from all obstacles and challenges and ran a great race. But 3 ran the greatest race, with Aiden receiving gold, Nick silver, and Deli bronze. Meaning Deli has medaled in all 3 snowmobile races today. Great job, Deli. That concludes the snowmobile race events. Thank you for watching, and tune in tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern Time for our next event, Olympic sledding. We'll see you then at the Brookhaven 2025 Winter Olympics.